Hey everyone, today we're going to be playing Chants of Sennaar. This is a game that's going to be, I guess, probably my third game where I'm trying to interpret language on some level. Previous ones being Tunic and more pointedly Heaven's Vault, a game that was all about that. But I think the real reason why Patreon voted for this game might be because people seem to compare it to the gameplay of Return of the Obra Dinn and the case of the Golden Idol, which are this kind of games where you're detectiving through a situation, and there's a certain combination of like you narrowing down and deducing what can be going on, and kind of like locking in the answers as you get closer. I think this game might be doing some of that there. And I say voted for, so Patreon voted for this series. That means that there's an audience choice game. If you want to be involved in future projects like that, the voting system and the nomination system, you can hop on my Patreon for that. We do another vote every 3 months, so the next one will be at the beginning of April. But on top of that, there's also an entire extra tier where people can watch these videos early. So whenever a video is airing to the public here on the YouTube channel, there's a decent chance that people on Patreon have been able to watch the entire thing all the way through the finale already. So there's definitely going to be hours and hours of this series that are already available that you can binge right now, and that helps me keep the lights on so that I can keep doing this all the time. In my lavish lifestyle where I eat video games to survive or whatever. It's a fun art style. Very strong emphasis on like form, just like very solid, defined, simple shapes. Of all things, it kind of takes me back to Antechamber, and what's it called? Oh, Manifold Garden, I think it was called. That came out, right? I remember waiting for 500 years for it to come out. Let's see here. Yeah, mostly flat textures, and then they have the lighting system doing a lot of the work overall. Very, very solid shapes throughout here, and it looks like they have a there's a multi-tone lighting system here that's kind of interesting to see, where in particular there are these diagonal lines throughout the entire thing that give everything this extra layer of texture, almost like a comic tone. And in particular, it's kind of ever-present throughout, so I thought it was just maybe on the whole screen, but if you see here, the highlights in this system actually specifically remove that tone. It's like these actually might be the same color overall behind the tone, again, the gaps between or something, but the tone overlaying it is completely removed here, giving it this really harsh, vibrant spot where the actual highlights happen, but you can see the diagonal lines are pretty consistent throughout the whole thing. Art styles are fun. I just like seeing these very different approaches to these visual styles. Ooh, does double clicking make you go faster? And yeah, it is double clicking. It's not based, or it might just be might also be based on clicking far away. I think we're just hauling ass out of this ruin as just a walking tutorial before we get to gameplay. Ooh, a third color. Water. It's also a fun use of restricted color palette so far. The very yellow ruins, the red highlights that show me and maybe things that I'm potentially dealing with, and then water just contrasting that directly with the blue. This door is also blue. Can I interact with this thing? There's a lever on the opposite side. It looks like it'll dam the water up if I put that down, which might give me access to going around here, maybe? If the water's not going into that side. Click on an item to interact with it, so... No, I can't open the door. What'll I do? Okay, what do we got? This journal will record all the glyphs you discover. To open it, click the journal button. You can also open it by clicking directly on the text. So, closed, open would be my guess. This might be door or move or something. Because they both share... They have a different glyph on each side, and they have the same glyph on both sides. And it's currently up, so it's currently locked or closed. Let's see. When you think you've guessed the meaning of a glyph, you can click on it to note your hypothesis. Exit the journal to click on the close button. Okay. Open. Door. Close. Because that's the bottom one. Top, bottom, the lever's already up, right? No. Lever's down, it's just pointing upward, but if you look at the slot, it looks like it's currently down here. So no. Close. Open. Okay, that's better. Now this is already intriguing because I am picking things... I'm typing things in directly as far as what I think things mean, which might leave things completely open-ended. I might not even get confirmation beyond just being hit with sentences and me having to figure out if they make sense or not. I think from Heaven's Vault you picked things from a list of options. And then you've kind of got confirmation of whether they made sense over time. And in Return to the Oberdin, you're picking from a list, but it was a huge list, so it was relatively... And it was about deducing down from a roster, so it made sense as a logic puzzle. But it'd be interesting to see a game... If this game lets you just completely commit to just typing whatever you want for each word, and then you're just hoping that you've been correct so far, and never confirming it. If needed, the middle mouse button will reveal all interactive things in the menu. That's helpful. Oh, I didn't read the rest of it, and it went away. Hope it wasn't that important. Close, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. So, only open 3 and 5. Close, close, open, close. Yeah, 3 and 5. Doesn't seem like it did anything yet, though. I don't know if the water level's changing. Don't think it is. It'd probably be a pretty immediate response. Let's see. Let's double check just to make sure. Yeah, it's now up for open. And it's the little open mouth thingy, and that's a gate for closed. It's backwards. Did I get mixed up, or did I fail to save it somehow? Yeah, I just went back and double checked, and like the mouth thing is open for open. That's how I remembered this time. Okay, so I just had it backwards somehow, which is goofy. A pulsating white dot indicates where something is. Okay, it's just telling me what the icon is, which is intuitive enough when they tell you the command for it, and then you doing the command leads to it showing that. Let's clear it. There we go. Alright. Not sure how I managed to goof it up that bad immediately, but... I might have fat-fingered the menu, or I might have even like accidentally got it correct the first time, and then missed that it was correct the first time because I did it wrong, essentially. Then went back to fix what I thought was wrong, and then reversed it again or something. Drag each glyph onto the slot that you think matches it. Okay. So this is a lock, that's an unlock, and that's a door. So, door, open, close. Okay, so at least so far we are actually confirming what I think things are. As an intro. They're just straight up saying lock and unlock, so I might want to change the naming scheme to match that. Although really, like the valve, it is definitely used with the valves back there to mean essentially open and close, and unlock and lock are similar to open and close, but like while this example very explicitly shows locks, the majority of my interactions with this system have not been around locks, so lock and unlock might be more misleading than open and close in their ambiguity, I guess. The more glyphs you translate, the better you'll understand your interlocutors. If you haven't figured out the meaning of a glyph yet or don't have enough slots in your journal, keep looking around. Don't have enough slots in your journal. What does that mean? Or, oh, like you haven't found enough words yet to fill in this part? Like this doesn't have enough words to fill in this screen, essentially? Just indicating that you just haven't found the whole level yet. So I think blue doors are just not part of the game, is the implication. Look at the scale of this place. I am so into games looking like this. Like, I completely not joking when I'm like, this does more for me than like AAA graphics usually do. Like, games are so cluttered and high detail, but like I don't get much out of it a lot of the time where I'm like this, I'm like, look at that! Oh, aesthetic. Reminds me, I still want to play that one game that's inspired by Mobius. Sable, I think. There's so many goddamn video games. What is he saying? Ah. Alright. Ramen. Peace sign. Cassette tape. Hi. Like waving symbol. He looks like he's waving at you. Is there another page that comes up? No. He says this first, then these three symbols together. And we have nothing to go on yet.
Hey.
Something open door. Boy, sounded like he was saying, hey. Something open door. Yeah, clicking on him just opens the journal again. So I assume that I need to figure out how to respond to his words in action. So I don't think there's really a way to talk. I can't go through water. Oh. Lever. Missed that. Yeah, puzzle games in particular benefit from extremely simple visuals because you can very clearly communicate what's going on and what's interactive and what people should be like paying attention to, and it's frustrating if you lose that in the clutter. After Portal came out, there was kind of a glut of games made to kind of follow up in the style of Portal and Talos Principle and stuff like that, but they were often done in like Unreal Engine stuff via like what looked like asset pack things, and it was like they were technically detailed games, but their art direction made it actually just harder to play the game most of the time.
Oh.
Something open door. Oh. Water? Lever? Nope, new symbol. He waves this symbol and that. What does that mean? Huh. It's funny because I have like, this is an ironic word choice, but I have like this whole grammar at this point for solving puzzle games and like ways of approaching different kinds of puzzles. Because I've spent so much time playing adventure games and Portal type games and Oberdin type games and Witness type games. All these different subgenres of puzzle. Language games are extremely rare, and language games that actually use puzzles are also really rare. This person draws really good. Okay, so they're pointing forward and pointing backwards, maybe? Or pointing at himself. This is greetings. It might be this. Probably be whatever they said first. I think they said this first, actually. Was their first symbol, they said. Can I review their previous symbols? I think he said this at the end, like I'm gonna leave, and then said this when he was like go open door, but I want to go forward and see if it'll let me review. Ah. Okay, the past instances are still here. It's like bye, maybe. Hard to say. Go back to the first one though. Okay. So the first symbol is this, which I think is them greeting me. Then there's this. That's harder to parse. They said something open door. So that opens door? Lever? Or open door over there? So pointing... Still need to name these, obviously. Me. Call this one that. Hello. Or greetings, and so on. That open door. Lever. That open door. Yeah. And then I open it up for him. So now it says, hello, that... Do I even have those symbols? That, something. That's much harder to parse. That open door. I open door, maybe. This is where I clicked on him, and then he went and pulled the lever and did it for me. Problem being that that's like... Let's clear you out. I think this is a better... Yeah. I was like, this is a better candidate for me, because it's like, this. That's very clearly, like, that opens the door. I'll open the door, and so on like that. So me open door, I'll open the door. Greetings, you, me. There we go. Much better. And it looks like it fully translates the word for you instead of mashing them together. That's a slight disappointment, but at some point I do think that games like this have probably learned that it's best to just commit to giving you the answer at some point when you're basically there. Because if they give you if they kind of give you the answer, then it's like, okay, you can confirm that what you know so far is true. Whereas it would be fascinating to have like lingering mistranslations that can snowball into problems later. The question is, how would you, in effect, revisit them? You'd have to have a very effective journal system unless you revisit the scene that it was in or something like that, like maybe hours later. It'd be interesting. You... Me... You, greetings. Me, you. So it's you open door, not that opens door. Hmm. And it has been changed to greetings instead of hello. Interesting. So I had the exact words chosen last time, open door and close, that they didn't have yet. Or I'm sorry, before they confirmed it, I had the exact word choices locked in, so I didn't notice that they change. The game actually corrects you a bit. Okay. So we're not at that much of a risk of completely spiraling out of control. They changed to the similar word that it actually means. That's the actual like objective answer in the game. And then even then, the game also shows you interpretations of the translation that are themselves not using the exact words in a broken language, but instead like translating the intent once the meaning is meant to have been understood. So they'll just straight up use words that we don't know yet, or that aren't the exact words that we've put in yet, and have it work out that way. Anyway, let's say this is goodbye. This was greetings. This is farewell. Farewell sounds better for no real reason. Just if you're saying greetings, then farewell sounds like it matches better than, whereas goodbye feels like it matches with hi or hello. This is completely just me thinking in terms of writing, I guess. Okay.
Hey.
There's a somewhat reasonable amount of training wheels on, so I don't have to completely panic. You open the door, yep. Farewell. Me farewell, so I'm leaving.
Hey.
You'll close the door, yep. Because I need to be able to get across too. Which means trapping you in here. You farewell. It might just mean you move. Move is feeling more accurate at this point. You, me. Help? You help me. Or cooperate with me? Help, yeah. Help feels pretty accurate at the moment. Do I help by doing this side? Oh, I need to loop around to reach him from the other side. There's a flow direction, right? So I think maybe you need to let this part out. Yep. And I don't even need to put this back down. Can I walk along here? You can't go under it. But I did notice that I'm like, hey, this actually creates sections that are currently cleared, which is handy. There we go. Interesting little puzzle system here. You kind of are like actively deleting sections of the water in practice based on their flow direction. Takes a bit of practice. Goodbye. Well, happy to help. Is this gonna... So greetings seems to be pretty accurate then. I mean, we know that because they told us that that's accurate. But even the game will reinterpret it as like hello and goodbye and stuff like that. So it is like a universal greetings thing. Bit of was it aloha, if I remember correctly, is the one where it's like you can both come in and out with that. You will open the door. Yeah, I think me move. I don't know if you can skip these once you kind of initiate one. You close the door. You move. Okay. The game has a pretty friendly design so far. It's making sure to not just trap you. I'm a little surprised by how friendly it is so far with locking in information, but there's the tutorial. Alright, sun. It beats down on people the way sun do. Crops are around. There are symbols down here. LL. S. A missing piece. This does immediately seem like a bigger problem to solve. Let's see. So I have filled in things that have not been locked in yet, and those are going to be added to the pool. That of things that might still be in the air. LL. So the symbol L is individual, which is what we're interpreting here. So is S, and then that. I don't think I should try to interpret it from here, just because it's like a whole sentence, and there's no reason to think that parts of the sentence match with specific parts of the picture, like, in any kind of, like, spatial way. I think this is like our intro question, essentially at the beginning of a level, and then as we go forward, we'll be able to break down this problem into smaller problems, and then come back and understand this better. Let's see. The L's are back, but then the other symbols are new. One of them's up here, also down there. Okay, well that's the sun. That's a reasonable guess to make at the moment. Sun or light or etc. These feel like people. Because the thing that both these have in common so far is people. Worship. It looks like somebody prostrating, kind of. Like the people worship the sun. Sun worship people. You know what? I might be wrong about everything. It's fine. The placeholder stuff. People, something Props die. Let's start poking at interpretations, give myself at least a foundation to work from to see if it starts making sense as we go forward. That sure looks like a religion. Just gonna say religion, which is not a religion. Not an amazing place to start, but gives me an association of where I saw the symbols at least. So he's wearing the same costume from the picture.
Hey.
Greetings.
Hey.
Hey. That's all we get. So I thought the blue doors were going to be inactive, but he's clearly opening the blue doors, so I think just doors are blue. We just saw enough that we couldn't open early on that I thought maybe they were a background detail. A way of filtering which information, which part of the levels are not relevant. This one and this one are new. Religion something sun? Huh? Build above. Dubious stuff, but I'm like, okay, that looks like building upward, right? Because this is a picture of a building, and this is above, like to reach the sun above, because it's like a circle on top of a stick, so it's like it's up. This is... I'm at least trying to put something in, because this might genuinely be the context in which we try to interpret this stuff. But it might give us much smaller examples soon. Let's break it down piece by piece. This left and right one is new. Deny? What's the word for like a bouncer for... Thinking in terms of like stuff that would be like a term for blah, 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 blah. Ba, 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 ba. Bar. Deny and bar makes sense. I'm thinking in terms of like a bouncer's job is to choose who goes in and who doesn't go in and so on, and then there's a term for that, and I'm blanking right now on what to call that in a way that's useful for my one-word grammar. Hello. Okay. This feels like the worship button. We're looking at the plants, for like the crops. Then deny, and then this is the sun. No. There's something else to be getting here. It might be a weapon? If this is people, it makes sense that this would be like deny. Just get rid of, no, like you choose who does and doesn't come in. But the emphasis on the sword here is interesting. Because there was... They do have swords. It definitely seems like the guard type button. I think that one is right. Not entirely sure what to call it grammatically, but definitely seems to be the one that matches with this. And that's just like... It's just the sun right there. I guess the question is, do they mean, do they want me to like, this, like it seems stupid to put this symbol here because it's just the same symbol, so they may mean the whole building, which was then, like that's what I thought that was. Here they might mean the other religion symbol I use, and here they might mean people, like that's a person and not the crops. I'm a little thrown because this and that are there. There's also this one from the beginning. It's probably this one. This one's the one that seems like it's been representing people the whole time. Hmm. The previous page should still be the other one, right? Yeah, they have a clean system of showing you like one page at a time. I'm curious to see what there is going forward, how open the game gets, and whether or not I'm currently barred by something, because that'll give me a better idea of whether or not I'm supposed to figure this out yet. Oh god. Okay. You something move door, lightning bolt looking thing? That's new. Deny, close door. The guards close the door maybe? Where is it? Yeah, guards, close door. That feels more correct. Say guard. Let's not make it plural. I think when they say it twice, that means plural. Guard, closed door is guards, closed door. You can't open door. This... It seems like a deny type symbol, a little like squiggle, lightning bolt, aggressive. Oh. Didn't know this was coming. So guard defeats people? It's a game? Okay. I think this is people, which is what I did. I guess... person. Do we have you yet? Yes. Yeah, probably person because people is multiple. Okay, this is an interesting way of learning it. So we're playing a game where one thing defeats the other and that's how he gets the point. Religion? Person? Person beats that? Whatever that is. Okay, so you cannot interpret which one's which. They're not being placed in a... This is not cup game. I can't identify which one's which. So I don't think I can win this game by strategy. I think I can just click things at random and hope it works out. Okay, it is showing that with that. Okay. It seems like... Okay, yep, that was it. What an interesting system for learning is being able to... It's reminding me of like the fact that like people always talk about the best way to learn a language is through immersion. You just need to like be in the country and the culture that speaks the language, and just through immersion you'll learn it through just raw exposure and so on, which is terrifying obviously to have to interact with people that you can't understand and stuff like that. But like this is an example of like we keep seeing these words in so many different contexts, so we start being like, oh, I understand. It's terrifying to me. It feels impenetrable. Like whenever I watch anime or I play video games in Japanese and so on, and I try to just listen to what they're saying, I don't know how anyone can even start to get a handle on any of it to even like give you an anchor to work from, because real life isn't tutorialized quite this easily. But maybe the idea is to get a starting point first and then go from there. That would make more sense. It is a little terrifying to hear a language in real time that you cannot understand, and well, when you're expected to have to actually do anything about it, not just in a vacuum. Obviously, I'm not saying that foreign languages are terrifying. Never got this one, but now we have more going back. So it's warrior, god. I was thinking about that. The fact that it's on top of the temple very much meant that can mean God because they're worshiping. There's a conflation between God and the sun on a regular basis to the point where gun worship and sun worship are often similar. Yeah, devotee is religion, man, human. So I was pretty on board. I didn't voice the God-sun comparison, but I was definitely already thinking it because of the tower and everything. And that's an alternate interpretation of what's going on here. I'm currently winning the game. I don't know if I'd want to put that much work into trying to win a brute-forced game, but it'd be cool if I just win. I guess it was a little bow, meaning to acknowledge that I won. Okay, let's go back down and see how this applies now that I know more of it. So I ended up winning by complete chance. I don't think there was a consequence for it. Maybe an achievement happened or something. Yeah, for a moment I was thinking maybe you need to learn the language better to win the game, and I needed to deduce things based on the information like a test, but it was actually a way of learning what I'm looking at here. So yeah, men, unreadable, crops. The crops are not looking amazing. Die. From the beginning, I was kind of wondering if it was die, just because it's laying down on the ground. This could also be famine and prosperity. That's a bit out there a little bit, but I noticed that there's a similarity of it being like a plane, a horizon, and then a dot. And this one has big ups, and this one's empty. It also kind of looks like a corpse, the way that this could be like the feet sticking up when someone's laying down. A little horizontal line with a little bit at the end is not uncommon for representing a dead body. But it also could be like the lack of crops, the crops dying under the sun. Because he expected to be like the building of the religion, like things were bad, but then they were good and stuff. But we definitely have an incomplete understanding of this so far. So God, worship, human. Rescue. Let's say rescue. This is the other direction for that dynamic, where it's coming from God, perhaps, assuming that the grammar is in sentences work in the same order that ours do, which feels like where they would go with this. It might be like giving it a bounty, some kind of bonus, help, aid, save. Men, something devotees. Become devotees? Y'all need to maintain your art better. Every single one of them's broken. Devotee, prosper God, or build a temple to God above. Warriors closing the door. It is warriors specifically, not the act of denying or so on, but literally is the name for the people. The noun. The warriors lock the door. You cannot go. Probably. God above. Mimi, prosper, move above. You help Mimi? Like, I need to go through this gate. Please help me. God is up there. Something like that. It's not... It doesn't not make sense. Oh god. Impenetrable. Oh, the guard has his own tab. Does he have a separate language? So this is a devotee tab, and this is a guard tab. It might just be an organization system, the types of like military language or something. It might not be a different language, but it could be. It could be a different culture or something, and that might be why it's sorted this way.
Heal.
All I know is that they're giving us nothing to go on. It's all new symbols. I'm a devotee. God rescue me. God above. Me prosper, move above. God chose me? God above, me prosper, move above. Warrior can't, devotee. They stop. Warriors lock the door. The warriors are stopping the devotees. Makes more sense than can't. Or deny. Warriors deny the devotees. Angie. Okay, so can't do much with them right now. It looks like if a door is closed, that's it. We're not going to be going through it ourselves, unless someone happens to open it. Which I mean like the environmental stuff, not like the objective one we're probably trying to open. Cat? Oh. Some kind of building. I don't think I have a context for this building yet, but it was a sign. Oh, can I go in? Uh-huh. I don't think I was able to go in. I tried clicking on them and it didn't seem to do anything, so I think maybe you need to wear a specific thing or have something. Hi. You prosper me. Or come with? Oh, it's definitely come with. Or follow. Follow. Follow might make a lot of sense, actually. What a beautiful horizon, too. Did they go here? Alright. Nice to meet you. Were they down here? There's something down here. I feel bad, the music's picking up, so it feels like I'm definitely supposed to be going somewhere. Did something happen? Oh, there you are. Are we sneaking? Are you a kid? Kinda thought you were a crone, but I think you're a kid. Play with me? Feels like they might be a kid, so I'm thinking like, it feels like maybe you play with me. Follow me. Back here, hidden behind this might be. It looks like it's another path I should keep in mind too. I didn't see that at first. Where are you going? You found me. Hide and seek. Yeah, you found me. If it's you found me, then this symbol might mean you find me. Like, come find me. Like they found God, but then the God. Yeah, it might be the old about how they found God. Little shaky because find and found, past tense and present tense might be more specific than we're going for here. But find. Like they're called to here by God, they find God, but then they're denied access to this place by the guards. I don't know who put those signs up. How long has this been happening? So it's an extended hide and seek segment, but you don't know where they went each time. Let's just check around here. Keep exploring for my own purposes too. What is happening? This appears to be this series of dots, but spinning in place in 3D. Nope. There's a bunch of dots moving around. Can't click anything here. But this one makes the door clickable. Tower picture. Seems to be a conversation back and forth between these two. You help me, crops, famine. Me deny find crops, famine. I think I need to find this guy's responses. We can see what this guy is saying, but this guy is all blank, and we need to be able to respond, I think. But this whole thing is empty, so I don't know how to fill that in to be able to drop things over. Because this is a whole separate menu. Interesting. And I don't know why that one door seems to kick you out. In interfaces, it makes some sense to have a door be the exit intuitively, but I already have an exit button built in. It's a little funny that there's also like that. It seems to kick me out without doing anything. Unless there's some kind of way to execute on something there. Well, the kit did not go here. There you are. You found me. Me deny. Me move to unspecified building. Bye. So you're like gonna go home to here, I think. Me deny, huh? I don't know if I can get much for the J right now. Interpret what I'm looking at there. Where are you going? Oh, secret entrance. I was gonna say, you're not going towards the building right now. This is you found me. This is move. I think this one might be hide. Just I'm going to hide instead of find me. Like come yep. Something along those lines. What is it actually? Seek. Want. So no, it was find. Got it. Because, right, I got the verb backwards. We're going from the perspective of the person looking. Find. Yeah, so... Yeah. This is a... We're dealing with almost like a grammatical limitation of our own language, which is that people use find in a way that's both referring to the act of having succeeded already at finding something versus the act of like searching for something is also like a version of find. Like go find. Yeah, go pass. I had move. We're on the right page there. I don't think I have any context for what this building is. Besides the fact that it won't let me in.
There.
Devotee, deny something. You, me, surveil. Like watching to catch us. It is like a stealth section looking thing. Yumi, go pass above. Like, we're trying to go upstairs, but avoid getting caught by this guy, basically. Dubious interpretation sometimes, but we'll see. How do I crouch? Will it happen automatically in this level? Good throw. Ah. Some areas must be crossed without being noticed. Hover over a hiding place until a silhouette appears and click to go there. Okay. Let's call it the checkpoint gate for now. Because now we're behind the same door from earlier, and it seems to just be about... Like, we're inside the building we're trying to get into before, so we know that this is just kind of nothing. It's just a place where there happens to be a gate. At least it seems like we're currently behind the previous place. There we go. And hiding is pretty straightforward.
There.
Yumi, deny, go pass above. Devotee, close the door. Yumi, seek, want. Yeah. We want something. Open. Key. Thinking it might be key or access. What I find interesting is it looks like the symbol for open with this little thing. So it looks like it might be a derivative of the concept of opening something. You, me, deny, or can't. Go pass above. So it seems to make sense, like, oh, we can't keep going. I need a key. The devotee closed the door, so we can't continue without a key. And there's a key. Easy. Collected items are added to your inventory. Click on the icon to open it. Up here, it looks like you can observe them closely and rotate them. But why? For funsies? So we can see the shape of the actual lock on this thing. It's probably worth it inspecting them like that because you might at some point get access to, like, things might have words written on them, which would be helpful. You found the key. You, me, go. Let's go. Let's go! As people keep saying these days. I think it might be go. Because they said that at the end of the message that sent us here, when they first took off to open up the secret passage. And I thought they were maybe leaving or can't play anymore, but now it's probably meant to be implied, let's go, because I was supposed to follow them. That I don't have a word for follow. I thought I did, but it turned out to be for finding and seeking, because they were playing hide and seek. So it became clear that it wasn't just follow me. Some elements of the environment can be combined with items from your inventory. To combine them, click on the element, choose your item, then click on the combine button. Combine being a funny way of denoting how you use a key. Like click on the element in the environment, then combine on your item. Like, I guess using a key is like combining it with the door, but it is a funny way to think about it. Hi. Or bye. I think that's it for now. You were in their way. I think this is go or escape. Ascend. This is above. Being stopped. By guard? No. Key is an unlock. Deny. The point isn't the guard surveilling us, specifically that they're stopping us. Not. Up or great. I was right about that. Free. Which is kind of like let's go. And not is deny. That more or less makes sense. Okay. I wonder where the big buildup of already learned words goes. Can I rewrite them? No. They are locked in as the game's definition. So you can't like reinterpret them or anything. Oh, weird. I was like, why is it like this is just a wall? Why does it show the door icon? But I guess the hitbox for going back to the left is just absolutely huge. It's like the entire left side of the screen. Is this a floor? Yep. Ooh, like grass. Yeah, it's making grass noises. This seems to imply that I'll follow them as a group. If I want to. Oh, clicking over here makes me go up there? Oh, that's really weird. Let's see what happens when if I follow them. I'm walking with them, but I don't really have uniformity with them. They also aren't necessarily going anywhere. I don't think it's like an Assassin's Creed like crowd that's going to suddenly behave in a certain way AI wise when I get here. They're just going to loop. Let's head upstairs. Okay, there's a lot of directions. I was going to add the question mark, but it's already there by default. I'm just kind of interpreting what this could be. Oh, character limit. It could be bed or like I thought this was famine or death. This could be bed or grave. Could be a direction to an inn, like a cemetery or or a hotel or kind of arrangement. God damn it. Whereas I previously thought this was crops at the beginning, but we haven't really followed up on that, but now maybe I'll get my answer. And then direction God. That is the symbol from before. Where is it? Yeah. So that part's probably accurate. Yeah, this seems to just be indicating directionality. It doesn't seem to be... Might just mean building? Could be building. They're all open in the same direction, so it's not indicating left or right, and they separately have the arrows for that, which I guess we're not going to try to interpret in our dictionary. We're just assuming that arrows are arrows, which is fair. I think things might get really open here. So I go back the way I came. There's nothing down here, right? Because it goes here. What kind of stuff's around here? There's a way down there. God rescue you me. Boon. Support. Chose us. Could be God chose us or rescue. Help. Etc. It's time to get some of the shape of this level down. Hello. The barbell thing's back. Like from way back? Yeah, this one. I thought meant help. When I add a parenthetical thing to it, it's me trying to give context for where I found the message without saying that it's my guess for what the thing is. This looks like it's a store, though, specifically. I think it's an apothecary. Because potion. Uh... Kind of a stall or kiosk situation, like this might be like a help desk. Who knows? Can I go in here? Nope. Let's try talking to this guy. Greetings. Oh god. I work probably here. Oh, music. You... Let's say work, like I'm employed at this kiosk. This is me here. You and something. This might be music. Kind of looks like a cleft. Or whatever that thing is. They have guitar. You play music? You want music? It wouldn't be... I think we already have want. It might be play. We don't currently have a play. I can't understand you. Door back here. Ooh, there's some options to keep track of. So there was still one in the previous room too. Interesting. There's a key up in the tree that I have use for, apparently. So this can go out there, and then I can climb the ladder to get up there. Okay, simple, straightforward little click, click. Get up. This is just straight up the unblock me style, like, car traffic puzzle thing. Like, all the vehicles that can only move forward in one direction. Well, I'm a bit overexposed to this particular puzzle at this point. I'm not even gonna claim that I'm that good at it, I'm just kind of tired of them. In particular, it strikes me that this kind of puzzle isn't really relevant to the original premise of the game being about language interpretation stuff. So when a game slips this in, it's like, okay, here's some busy work. So ideally, I would push this back here, but... this is this big, and this is this big, so it should be impossible to vacate this gap right here. So this can't go down here. So this will always be kind of stuck behind that one. Bring you all the way down here. Right now we're just trying to get the corner one out of the way. Who would create this system? Who did this? Why would this room exist in this form? Yeah, in moments like this when a game does this, I'm always like, I mean, you already had a system. You had a compelling main thing, so if it feels almost insecure to add the other thing, but then I'm thinking like, well, the game did have the sluice gate puzzles, and that's technically a similar kind of like overdone-ish thing. But I think the difference for me is that that one was actively being used to teach you words. This was completely unrelated to the word stuff, so they didn't really incorporate the point of the game into this. Coin. Head wrapping thing. Oop. Hello. God play, human man. Devotees seek God. Could be help. That could be help. Because I even felt like they were at a help kiosk earlier. Let's see. I did notice that there's a few hooks and platforms up here. Until I saw this glimmering, I thought I was supposed to go up here with the ladder. But I think the gap works out in a way where you can't climb up there. I can always bring it back, probably. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't line up with there, and now that it seems fairly sure that you also can only move these things in a particular way. This brought me back here, so we went in a big loop. Okay. That closes some of the options. Instead of fractally expanding the number of places I can go, we are now shrinking the possibilities a bit. At some point it'll be manageable. Key. That's the crop symbol again. This person's spinning clay. I work here, probably. You want pots? I work clay. Do you want clay? Maybe? Well, yeah. Music pot, right? Wait. Yes. There's apothecary, stall key. Yeah, it was this one, right? For the music. Oh, there's a third symbol. So this is like make music, but then this is the music, maybe? Hmm. I feel like this part's right. Cat, again.
Oh.
It could be play again. No. Like, she sells guitars. Sells pottery. It's probably not a guitar, it's probably a lute or something, but you know what I mean. It's, for our purposes, that's like good enough. I mean, work or music? It's like this guitar and that pot are both used in the same place grammatically, seemingly. Unless it's to go back to like the original idea. This might be an earth or something, but like, am I supposed to go back to the original symbols these had? These are new variations of the old symbols. Hmm. It definitely feels intuitive to think like guitar and music. This thing makes that. And that's the word that she uses here. Oh, it just literally has a key on it too, so it's like a locksmith. It's like potter. Music. Musician. It's kind of dubious. But it fits my overall theme with like apothecary and so on interpreting these ways of doing these words. We'll see if I can get any more context. I'm surprised I don't have it, because it feels like they're laying this one out relatively straightforwardly. But I am wrong about something. Not direction crop. Not garden. We not find... Oh, something not garden. Direction crop is me saying that the... Okay, so let's turn these into things that make sense. They're destinations, so... Farm would be a location where that temple would be where God is. A location for bed. In graveyard, because we don't totally know what we're looking at there. Seems like it'd be the farm, or, you know, botany place. Someone me not find, pot, famine. Me not help, pot, famine. Woof. There's a fair amount of stuff that's wrong right now. I'm fairly sure of that. I'm not sure if I can even definitively claim that famine is really what's going on there, besides just plants. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe they're not in trouble at all. Maybe I'm only worried about these plants because I projected the idea of famine onto them. So I only have this one. It does not seem to go in. Something opens that door, but it's probably just a key. Who are you and how'd you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. God help you me. That feels like help or hold. Like maybe they're indicating you hold this guitar? Yeah, this opened up a lot after the tutorial, which makes sense.
Hey.
Me help music or play music. Create, help with. Like? Enjoy? It's because not me, or he's not the one with the guitar. Like, this person's currently playing. I'm listening to music or enjoy music. Love music. Could be love. God loves us. And it's that. But I think means music. Yeah. That's why I think this is the sound and this is the guitar. Or guitarist. And I think that's the potter. And this has to be pot. Maybe I never tried the specific combination of putting the pot here. No. I mean, pot makes sense because this is... I don't know. Something do be up. Does he want a coin? Is he requesting a coin? You're a great man. I love you. I guess it... Or is it I'll help you? I think they wanted a coin. Which makes sense. I might have lost the previous message they said. Nothing new is here, though. I guess this must be the entire chapter's vocabulary, so I'm still missing, like, one more new word. Ah. God over a bunch of skulls. God, not famine. God is not dead. The components of some devices and the components of some devices or mechanisms can be manipulated. Hover over a component, then hold down the left mouse button to grab it, drag the component to the desired position, then release. So God is the biggest boy, and human is the bottom, then devotee, then guards, since the guards can defeat... And guards can clearly tell people what to do. I think that was the hierarchy that the card game was using. Just no. Not even words. Maybe not. I guess they're probably stopping me. Yeah. I don't think they're refusing to talk in here. It's just their only job is to make me not go in those directions. I want rescue God. I mean, want rescue something? It's a new one. But unidentified. Salvation from God? Feels like it fit. I do not find salvation. I want rescue salvation. Prophet? Prophet, or maybe even like something like a pope or card, like a, might be a, like prophet is more of a chosen one thing, whereas it also could be like a specific religious station, like their leadership. It might just be, hey, our leader's missing. Well, obviously this goes there. I've been thinking this means dead, and this means crop. Oops. But this means dead, and this means crop. Okay, I've been right about that. Plant. Death and dead. Preacher. Okay, I've been right about those things. So this is a pot because it contains plant, and this is a guitar because it contains music. Is that what the little curve means? Is that it contains thing? That makes sense here, because like the apothecary, the medicine contains help. If you think about it, like that conceptually lines up. Rescue preacher. I want rescue God. I want rescue preacher. We can't find the preacher. I don't know about rescue. Some kind of interaction. Like rescue prey. Hmm. Will they let me follow them in, or will they be like, no, you need to be the right costume? Oh, they let me in with the group. Okay. Well, something's up here. Okay. Top symbols and bottom symbols. Preacher. Are these a numbering system? I don't have anything to put there yet. Are these guys just going to be looping? Are there any symbols here I don't know yet? Devotee, locksmith. Gate. Help. Rescue. Unveil. It occurred to me that this might be where they put every single symbol, so there's a chance to find the last one I don't have yet. Music. Can't even look up here. People. Preacher. That makes sense. That symbol... I gotta remember that the flagpole looking thing is actually the person. So this is like preacher, it's like that headrest on top of the person. That's the guard version of the person. This is dead because it's person down on the ground. Ah! This thing's spinning weirdly a little bit. I'm seeing if I recognize a new symbol, or specifically don't recognize a symbol, I guess. That one? No. That's from earlier. Quick, get in line before we get stuck in here. I didn't make it. Thought I did it, but I didn't. Please let me out. You guys are working now? Oh, they go on this side too. And this person's also unscrupulous. I think this ultimately might be the end of chapter test. Going a little fast. I think I'm just kind of tired of checking all the sides. Kind of giving everything a once over. But yeah, they're missing some kind of component. And so is my brain. I gotta try to keep on top of this game and try to play it every day for a while, because if I fall off, I could see my own interpretation of stuff getting in trouble. What's he saying?
Oh, ew.
Locksmith? Hot? There's a key in the pot. The striped vase has a key in it. You're seeking the preacher. Go past the farm. Preacher love farm. Well, letting me know that the striped pot has a key in it, I think. Is this the striped pot? White, black, white, black, white, black, 6 stripes. White, black, white, black, white, black. That seems like it's the one. It's between, so it's white, black, and then black. So the ones surrounding it are also a different pattern. That one. Okay. I have a key that opens a door somewhere. I have seen a locked door before, so that should make sense. Preacher is not at the farm. I can't find the preacher. Plants are dying. So I was right about that part. Me not love plant. Yeah, I don't like it when... Okay. They don't like it when plants die. The other person likes music, so that's like... That definitely seems to be love or something. Farm makes sense, or farm is at least close enough to be usable. So we're making progress here. Alright, we're starting to form sentences. More strange rooms. This again. Still don't know what's up with this one. Oh, is this a fast travel system? Is this the entire game's layout? I suppose that part at least makes sense. If I'm warping between these locations, they'll let me revisit the sources of the language. There's not a conversation happening this time. And in each case, the people talking don't look like me, so neither of them seem to be me communicating. It's like me observing something. Okay. It's definitely a cemetery. Farm. Temple. That part's very straightforward. Like, even if you didn't know... Even if you didn't know what the, I guess they expect it to be intuitive enough that it just works out, but like, even if you didn't know what they were for sure, it's just the directions they were pointing in the sign. They just pointed these 3 directions and that was the whole thing. What is... A word for like a plaza or something? Why are some of these dark? Okay, the ones that are black are ones that are available. The ones that are gray are the ones that I've already put in other pages, but have not been locked in yet. This part still makes sense to me, which is rough. area? I don't really know what they're pointing at with that one. Yeah, I was right to be thinking this might be a graveyard and not just an inn or something. Oh. Oh, yeah. It's almost conceivable that somebody might just be able to interpret what directions the three symbols go in, but not have realized what they mean yet, which is kind of funny. It's not very likely. I'm just noticing that it's not. They're not testing you on the meaning of the words, but just the direction of them in that case. You're seeking God? Temple help you. That seems right. I mean, it's a slightly weird sounding thing to read on what might be a headstone, but I mean, like, yeah. Okay, there's some kind of puzzle based on what direction these face. Here's an eye looking in a direction, which might indicate where things are supposed to look. God watches us. When they say you, me, I take that to mean us, essentially. They're saying like God loves us, God helps us, and so on, but they also seem to say God watches us. Which is unnerving, but that's how it tends to be. Oh. Hold. Love. Surveil. Rescue. Work. It could be like you introducing yourself. Trying to interpret like what they mean. Instead of rescue, this could be help. Well, it's probably the four symbols from the four signs. This one's surveil. I think this page is specifically about these four statues. I think that maybe all the symbols are simply supposed to go, oh, look at God. It might not be that symbol. It might be that a specific combination of them have to look at a specific direction. Yeah, that didn't do anything. This one's what? Apothecary, guitar, warrior, locksmith. I'm not sure what we would think that he's supposed to be looking at. So I imagine there's like a wider context around here. Something else to draw on from this. I might have gone everywhere now, which is slightly worrying. I still have to use the key somewhere. Oops. Why would clicking there take me there? If I can remember where the key was. The lock. Okay, this was one of the signs. That's a mouth. Speaks to us. Rescue speaks to us, yeah. Yep, that was the one. So yeah, I was like, God rescues us, God helps us, God speaks to us, God calls to us. Because the beginning of the sequence of murals at the beginning was them going on a journey as if they were called. So I did consider the idea that maybe it was that God calls to us. Yeah, finally realizing finally that was a mouth, and that these four statues match with this page. That makes sense. So God talks to us. Help was correct. Love, like, yep. See, look. Asset, surveil matches up. So these are correct. I don't know what this is referring to. Like a plaza? Is the gate maybe? Yeah. So it wasn't referring to the gate, it was referring to like the direction that was behind it, and the area behind that matches up. Okay, Abbey. Abbey, church, cemetery, garden. So that all makes sense. But still back here, this is still wrong. And we're almost out of symbols too. So it's getting a little shameful that I haven't figured it out yet. I wonder what slight miscommunication's there, because it feels like I'm pretty close. This is not where the locked door was. It almost feels like they're saying, like, I make pots, you buy pots. Enchantment? Enchantment. Was it the far side of this farm area, the garden? I forgot there was a second floor. Here we go. Nope, didn't. Oh. Okay, it did let me click on it. Okay, so this might be what you use at the church at those stations to do something with. What did the note say? Oh God. Oh, that's what the note said. I wrote down the combination. Me find something, something find God. I'm going to the cemetery. I'm going up. The preacher. I find something, something find God. I'm going to the cemetery. I'm going up. Up feels like salvation or rapturing, essentially. What did you find? So we have our final word now. I think this is a medicine cabinet. Yep. Oh. Okay. I think this might be music. Oh, the pot isn't here anymore either. Okay, this page is confusing me a bit. But I think this one might clear it up very quickly. Oh, is this what you found? I found this thing. This thing finds God. This device. So, apothecary, potter, locksmith. Yeah, at this point, all that's left is the stuff for the guitar page, probably. Key, pot, lens, potion. So it is. We're just sticking to the noun, just the object, then, not the larger definition. Musician, work, music. So making the pot is work. A musician makes music. I've at least grammatically put it together. The fact that I was able to put in this, I feel a bit happy that I at least put this part together just now in one go, and didn't have to guess what order those three go in. That's at least something. But what is their definition? So I just finished their language. Make, create, okay. Instrument. Music. I make pot, you want pot. I make instrument, you want instrument. Instrument makes music. That makes sense. So this always meant make, not work. Even though that's, you know, extremely similar. So I was in a good place there. This further implies that these guys straight up have their own language then. It's not just like helpful bookmarks to find their subsection of terminology they'd like to use or something. We straight up are like trying to complete individual languages, and they have gaps between themselves. So it very much has its own distinct levels then. That's interesting. I don't know how to do the cemetery puzzle, but it seems like the combination I just got was for the temple, not the cemetery. This stuff should all make sense now. God loves us. So maybe we'll get context for the cemetery puzzle after we figure out these combinations in the next area. Either way, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a process, and we're about wrapped up, so I'm going to take this as a victory. Finishing the language is a nice little note to end on. This will be the end of our first episode. If you would like to, just call to action time. I'm a YouTuber, haha, and I keep not doing my job of actually saying the stuff. But yeah, definitely subscribe if you want to see more of the stuff. If this video's already been out for a while, then check out the link in the description to watch the playlist and see future episodes more easily without hoping YouTube shows them to you. And if the series is relatively new, then check out my Patreon, and you can watch the rest of it probably, or at least a lot more of it earlier than everybody else. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I will see you next time.